Morning, Harrison.
He's back.
Good morning. I just want you guys to know that the boys have not let Dan off lightly.
Really?
Yeah, the group chat was lit with memes.
Tell us.
Oh, it was just all returning to the ocean memes and...
Oh, really?
Yeah, Dan's
SpongeBob.
head got put on a dolphin at one point.
Dolphins,
yeah. Very funny.
But what was that like for you to sit there and listen to Sandy kind of lay it all out on the table?
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, I really felt for Sandy. I think she had some really good points. The hard thing is, though, is realising that Dan did try 100 different ways to say, hey, look, I don't think we're compatible and you know, the chemistry's changed and, you know, we're sort of just treading water here. And, you know, it sort of just was getting dragged out. And then I feel like the experts kind of put the hammer down on it and said, you know, like, well, how do you really feel about each other? And Sandy said, you know, I've got feelings and I'm falling for this guy. And Dan was just completely in another dimension on it.
You were kind of close. You've been kind of close to Dan in the series. Has he said anything to you privately about, like, he's been conflicted, or has he just been like, bro, I just don't know?
Well, I mean, if you look at Dan's private life now, he's moved on. He's found someone else. So I feel like what he was saying about compatibility, he's found someone that's more compatible with him.
Right.
And every
Is there
time
any crossover there at all, do you think?
Any crossover?
Like, had he met that person
look
before?
At his face.
Oh, no, not during the experiment or not
after.
before. I think they were friends and then something happened. I don't know, I can't speak.
I'm trying to find in his eyes.
Exclusive for today, actually.
Yeah.
It's good.
No, like, I'd give it to you if I had it. Honestly, from what I've heard from Dan, they were friends for a long time and they never really explored anything until he got off out of the experiment, so.
What about the fact that you just wanted to jump into everyone's drama? Is it true that you're just a messy boy who just loves the drama?
Hey, listen,
wants to chime in from a couch. It's enjoyable.
I did not want to get involved at all. I actually got put on the spot by John the expert.
So why did you then? If it's because John...
Well, John was just, I don't know, like he was just wasn't getting through to Melinda and Leighton, so he called in the big guns.
But did you not believe the butt dial happened? Did you not believe the butt dial happened?
I think so. I'll get to that in one sec.
Okay.
I think that John was kind of tussling with them, and then he asked someone who was neutral and knew that I wouldn't hold back and I would give my honest opinion.
Switzerland.
On that. Yeah. Well. Yes, yeah.
There was a lot of whispering going on.
Yeah, I was having a conversation with Lyndall, and then John sort of called me out and said, "What are you guys talking about?"
What about the butt dial now?
Oh, the butt dial. Yeah.
Now you've seen all the evidence. Do you think you've looked at the tapes?
I've been to the bar in question. I know how loud it is in there. And after a few tequilas, you can't even hear yourself think, let alone, you know, have a conversation with someone. And it's very crowded, very loud. I personally don't think that it happened.
They admitted it.
Yeah.
Yes, they admitted it.
Exactly.
So you think they're lying?
Exactly. I think the information that came out is accurate. I think how the information came out is false.
Okay. All right.
If that makes sense. That's my personal opinion.
Let's talk about you and
let's talk
Bronte.
about you and Bronte.
Yeah, something more positive.
Yeah, that's good, because you seem like it's getting somewhere now. I think there's... Yeah, you guys are working
feelings there now. We're in a good place. There's real feelings there. You know, I've introduced Bronte to my son, which I haven't done before.
That's a big deal.
That was a big step.
Yeah.
You know, I could really see myself being with this girl long term. So, you know, and there's a lot of questions about whether or not that's genuine. People don't realise we've been living together for, I'd say, over a month now. And that's just the natural progression of a relationship. Yeah, we got off to a bad start, but when you live with someone and full time and you're doing all of these activities and you're going through this pressure cooker environment together, the chemistry and the feelings, they either happen organically based on chemistry that you have or they don't. And we see that with the other couples, right? It's not, you know, what Sandy was saying wasn't disingenuous. She was saying, I really have these feelings for this guy. So why is it any different that I couldn't have those feelings for Bronte or vice versa, right? That's just the experiment. You put in this pressure cooker environment together and it's whether or not you guys can sink or swim. And at the moment, we're swimming. Other couples are treading water and other couples are sinking, and that's just the way that it goes.
And I guess when you get out to the real world, there's another test, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. Because you're not going to work, you're not paying bills, you know, there's no stresses really in the experiment other than the dinner parties, which I would liken to Hunger Games or something. That's like survival of the fittest at that dinner table, trust me.
Harrison, always good to see you, man. All right,
Thank you so
Married
much.
at First Sight tonight at 7:30. What could happen this week? I mean, anything's up for grabs. Watch every episode on 9 Now also. Now, still to come, that...
Hey there, Today fans. Sarah and What's my name again?
Oh my goodness, Carl.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel, though. Subscribe now for more news, special reports, and amazing Aussie stories.
And Carl misbehaving,
Whoa,
of course.
that never happens.
Always happens.
What's she talking about?
Always happens.